السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Inshallah, we will complete adjectives of letters. The second adjective with opposite, الشدة. What the meaning of شدة? I wanted to understand what the meaning of this word to apply it if I wanted to read Quran. Last class we talked about hams and the opposite of the hams, al-jahr. What the meaning of hams? We said running the press. When I say as and I put my hand here, letter C, for example, I will write the letter to understand with me and try to apply with me, please. When I say as, I put sukun now over the C. I said before also the adjectives, it will be very clear if I put sukun over the letters. And I can start by sakin. This is rule in Arabic. As. Now there is running to the press when I pronounce C. This is the meaning of hams. But when I say a, sukun over the hamza, I cut my press a. This is hams, the opposite of ham, jah. Running the press, opposite of it, jah, cutting the press. Press, air empties from my mouth without speaking. Okay? But the second adjective now is called shidda, cutting the sound. You will ask me now, what the difference between running the press and or cutting the sound and cutting the press? When I speak about the press, this is air or some air emptied from my mouth without speaking. But when I speak about shidda, cutting the sound, I move the two vocal cords to make some sounds. E, oo. Now I'm making running to the, or when I say if I put sukun now over line. So what the difference between running the sound and cutting the, or running sound and running press? When I speak about the press, the air emitted my mouth from without speaking, without moving the two vocal cords. But when I speak about the sound, now I am moving the two vocal cords to make sound. E, o, okay? This is the difference between them. So today I will speak about the shadda. I will write now two letters. For example, Hamza. It will be very clear when I write Hamza. Hamza fatha A and Hamza sukun A. A. I am now, what I do? I cut the sound of the Hamza when I put over it sukun. Why? Because I close the two vocal cords, or I am closing the articulation point of the letter. This is the meaning of shidda. What does it mean? Cutting the sound when we pronounce the letter. Why? Because closing the articulation point of the letters. The opposite of shidda, ar-rakhawa. But now I wanted to read what the meaning of shidda first. Shidda, imprisonment of the running of the sound, or we can say easily cutting the sound of letter when we pronounce it, when we put over it sukun. All the letters with shidda? No. Some of them, not all of them. We collected these letters in ajid, cutting, bracket, in these words. So now this shape or this picture, show me how can I make cutting to the sound. This is letter Jim, for example. Where is the Jim? The Jim, the middle of the tongue, touches the roof. This is the articulation point of letter Jim. I explain this example. Jim, the middle of the tongue, touches the roof. I must read the middle to touch the roof. Add, now without qalqala. I wanted Jim without qalqala. Why we did qalqala? Because qalqala help us to make a clear sound to Jim. Because Jim with shidda or is a strong letter. What's the meaning of strong letter? The sound of the letter is cutting when we pronounce it, when we put over it sukun, add. but we make the qalqala because this qalqala help me to make a clear sound to jim, to hear a clear letter. Aja, 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 opening and closing the articulation point help you to make a clear sound to letter G. But at the beginning, Jim, when I pronounce it, I must close the articulation point. So what happened? No any running to the sound. The sound is cutting at. Okay, this is the meaning of shidda, closing the articulation point. So what happened? Or we can say what the meaning of shidda, like cutting the sound of the letter when we pronounce it. Because what? Because closing the articulation point of the letter. Ad. We collected this letter in adjective cutting bracket. Adjective cutting bracket. Hamza, Jim, Dal, Qaf, Ta, Ba, Kaf, and Ta. All of these letters with shidda. How can I apply? If I put sukun over them, I will feel the sound is cutting. We can train together. This is one example, letter Qaf. Another example, letter Qaf. Where is the Qaf? The deepest part of the tongue touches the roof. Look. The bag touches the roof. Up. Up. Letter Jim. I'm sorry, letter Qaf. The back of the tongue touches the roof, and I will close the articulation point so the sound is cutting. How can I solve this stress or by making something called the qalqala vibration, closing and opening the articulation point of the letter to hear a clear sound, aqo, aqo, aqo. But without qalqala, I must cut the sound because I close the articulation point of the letter qaf, aq, aq. Letter T, the top side of the tip touches the gum at. But this is another letter. Letter Kha, for example. If I wanted to explain the rakhawa, the opposite of shidda, rakhawa, softness, running of the sound. Why? Because we will not close the articulation point. For example, if I say ah, what happened? Why emit it from the closest part of the throat? You will feel that I make distance between the two organs. Ah, I don't say ah. If I say ah, I close the articulation point. This is the meaning of rakhawa. So what does it mean, the word rakhawa? Rakhawa, running on of sound, running the sound when we pronounce the letter, because what? We will not close the articulation point. There is distance between the two organs that I will use them to pronounce the letter. For example, letter Sin. Sin. The tip of the tongue touches the plate of the lower lips. As you see now, there is small distance between the tip and the plate of the lower incisor from the inside. But if I say as, now I am closing the articulation point, so I will cut the sound of sin. This is the meaning of rakhawa, softness, running of the sound when you pronounce the letter, because we will not close the articulation point. All the letters with rakhawa, no. Some of them. Now we can see now on the whiteboard. We said the letters with shidda or shidda letters, we collected them in ajid, qatin, backet. We will try together. If I put سكون over the hamza, we will try I must cut. جيم add. I must cut. Don't make قلقلة now. قاف أق. دال add. طاء أق. ب أب. But if I make قلقلة, I will make opening her, or I try to make the sound of ب clear. أب أب, but without قلقلة, I must cut the sound of the ب. أب. This is the meaning of شدة, cutting the sound. كاف أك. I cut. تا أك. The opposite of شدة, رخاوة, softness, running is a sound. All the letters except شدة letters and the توسط letters. We will explain now also what the meaning of توسط or moderation, softness, or رخاوة letters. We can say سين. I will write some examples. سين as. I think there is a big difference between s and as. No, there is difference. Seen, I touch simply the articulation point and make running to the sound. Sod, us. I don't say us. If I close, I will cut. أنا يفعل يفعل. Okay. In the middle between شدة and رخاوة, there is an adjective in the middle between the cutting and the running called what? توسط or moderation in English. توسط, it's between شدة, cutting the sound, and رخاوة, running the sound. 5 letters only with توسط. I will explain what the meaning of توسط. After that, we will see how can I apply these adjectives. توسط, I will cut the sound of the letter at the beginning. After cutting the sound, I will make running to the sound. Why? Because at the beginning, I will close the articulation point of the letter. After that, I wanted to push the sound out. How? By opening, by making a space, or the sound will go out from another place after I close the articulation point of the letter. For example, letter lam. When I say al, look to this. What is the articulation point of letter lam? The front edges, the left and the right, touches the gum of the 2 upper incisors, 2 canines, 2 first premolars. Al. Okay. At the beginning, you will feel that I am cutting the sound and closing the articulation point. Al. Now I am cutting the sound of lam, but it's a wrong sound. After cutting the sound, I will push the sound of lam from the sides or the edges of the tongue. This place. Look to this. The sound after I close this place, this is the articulation point of lam. The front edges, left and right, close the or touches the gum of the 2 upper incisors, the 2 canines, 2 first premolars. What happened? The sound emitted from this place. After I close, the sound emitted from the edges or the sides of the tongue. Deviation, inhiraf. We will also explain this. This is helping me to make running to the sound after cutting the sound. Al. No, it's wrong sound. Alladina. This is the running of the sound of lam. But at the beginning, I must make cutting to the sound because I must close the articulation point of lam. Alladina. But if I say alladina, I am cutting now the lam. I wanted to make something called moderation or tawassut. I must understand the meaning of the adjectives. After that, I will try to apply and train. Without understanding, I can't apply. For example, another example. يجعل If I say يجعل, I am cutting now the sound of the lam. No. So we can say what the meaning of توسط, partially cutting the sound, then partially running the sound. At the beginning I must cut, after that I must make running to the sound. This is the meaning we can see here. It's between stress and softness, شد and رخاوة, so that the sound is partially cutting. We can drop this word and put then, okay, then, not and, partially running, okay, at the beginning I must cut, after that quickly I will push the sound of the letter from another place and make running to the sound, another letter. So we said letter lam number 1 with moderation or with توسط. Number 2, letter ra. Where is the ra? The tip of the tongue touch the gum of the two upper incisors after articulation letter noon. R. And I must hang the tip. R. Now I am cutting the sound of the ra, but it's wrong sound. I must make running after the cutting. How? There is a small hole appear. This hole, I will push the sound of the ra out from it. أرسلنا. أرسلنا. So after closing the articulation point of ra, I will make a hole here to push the sound out. This hole help me to push or make running to the sound after the cutting. أرسلنا, I am cutting now. And also this hole help me or prevent the trilling, or the meaning of trilling, pronouncing a lot of ra, no. We can see this shape. Ra, I make a small hole here after closing the articulation point of letter ra. After I close the articulation point, I make a small hole to push the sound from it. Also letter noon with moderation. We can collect the moderation letter in. Lin Omar. Lin Omar. توسط letter. Lam. Al. No. Al. Noon. An. I'm cutting now. No. An. Try to make running after the cutting. أنعمت. Don't say أنعمت. Ain also. I close. After that, I will open. يعمل. No. يعمل. يع. No, don't cut the ain. ميم. أنعمت. No. أنعمت. Okay. را. أرسلنا. No. أرسلنا. Moderation in lam and ra. I read slowly to hear me well. أرسلنا. But when I say أرسلنا, I am cutting the sound of ra and lam until you feel there's something wrong. What is this? Adjectives I wanted to apply. So today we talk شدة, رخاوة, and توسط. إن شاء الله next class we will complete. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.